All right, now we're going to talk to you guys about social media. So social media is a huge tool. If used correctly, it can really explode your business. I know it has for myself. But one of the things I want to really touch on with you guys is social media is like a tool, not a crutch, okay? What do I mean by that? So if used properly, social media should be one of your 5 to stay alive. It shouldn't be something you lay around on the couch all day and expecting to just build a successful business on social media. That's not how it works. But if you use it the right way, you can really develop some stuff. So it's all the social medias are the same, the platforms are the same, okay? You know what I mean? But I want to talk to you today about Facebook. Facebook is the biggest tool I use, and if done correctly, you can use all these tips and tricks towards any platform. But one of the reasons I use Facebook the most is 95% of all job seekers are on Facebook, okay? But there's only 60% of job recruiters on Facebook. What does that mean? That means 95% of every single person looking for a better opportunity is currently on Facebook. But if you look at LinkedIn, it's the exact opposite. It's about 95% of job recruiters, but only 30% of the people on LinkedIn are actually looking for work. So I personally choosing to master Facebook, but if you guys use these tips and tricks the right direction, they can really get used towards any kind of social media platform, okay? The biggest thing you've got to understand is social media is a tool, not a crutch, like we talked about, okay? So I'm gonna give you guys some do's and don'ts, some basic fundamentals on how to use social media. And if used the right way, that's a tool that can really be working for you, not against you, all right? One of the things I always compare it to is kind of like you ever been walking down the street somewhere and some guy's trying to come up to you and like hand you a flyer? Has that ever happened to you? Well, you don't want to blast Primerica all over Facebook, okay? So when you do that, in my opinion, it kind of looks like this, right? Like, so you could have a guy on the streets in New York trying to give you a flyer, and it could literally say, hey, around the corner, there's $16 million in unmarked bills and a bag of cash sitting there waiting for you. Am I right? But because this guy's trying to actively come at you and give you something that you didn't ask, you didn't solicit, you're like, no, bro, I'm not taking that flyer. Get away from me. So in my humble opinion, Primerica is an amazing company, but when you blast it all over Facebook, it kind of deters people from that. So that's kind of like this, okay? Like if this guy's trying to give me a flyer, I'm probably not gonna take it. So that's what happens on Facebook. So with Facebook, you wanna create curiosity, have people coming to you and seeking you out. So how do we do that? Like Primerica is an amazing company, but choose to post the right things on Facebook, right? We wanna celebrate wins. So case in point, when my wife and I crossed over the $100,000 ring, a couple weeks ago, we happened to post it on Facebook. It wasn't like a come see me, come talk to me, whatever. Hey, we're so blessed and humble and thankful. Our first 13 months in the business, we've earned over $100,000 in a rolling 12 months. Couldn't be any more. I can't believe with my background I was able to do this. You could really do it anywhere, okay? Now here's the deal. I had about 4 to 5 people all reach out to me saying, what are you doing? That's a great question. When can I pop by and show you what I'm doing, right? That's the other thing. So you want to celebrate teammates' wins, okay? So with teammates, people might get sick of you winning. Maybe you're a stud, maybe you're a double stud, you're winning all the time. People might get sick of that, right? So celebrate your teammates win. You got a downline or somebody in your business or maybe somebody around you winning. Post that stuff on Facebook. Let people watch other people winning in your business, and it creates curiosity, okay? New hires, helping families. A lot of times I'll take a selfie with a family before I leave, and I won't tag them on Facebook because I don't want to put all their business out there, but hey, I was so excited to go to Jack and Jill's house and be able to help them out and stuff like that. It really makes me feel good helping others live the lives they deserve. So when you post stuff like that, you guys, like people, it naturally creates curiosity, and I'm trying to teach you guys how to have people reaching out to you so you're not chasing people forever. Is that okay? So the other thing is Google is your enemy, okay? And that's kind of what we talked about with the curiosity, creating curiosity, not blasting all over Facebook. Because here's the deal, like we all love the internet, right? And we all know if it's on the internet, it's gotta be true. Am I right? If it's on the internet, it's gotta be true. So here's the deal. Like you could Google Primerica and you're gonna get a couple top hits, right? You're gonna get Primerica is the largest independent financial company in the country, right? We've been around for over 40 years. All these amazing things. We have all these thousands and thousands of families switching their finances over to us every month, right? You're gonna see we're publicly traded on the New York Stock Exchange. You're gonna see the couple of Forbes articles about Primerica, right? And then you're gonna see Primerica's big scam. What's everybody gonna click on? right? So here's the deal. Don't let Google do the appointment for you. So that's why I don't post on Facebook and blast all over there, because I want curiosity to kill the cat. I want them to come to me, and I want my words and my affirmations and my crusade about the company to come through, and my passion for them to hear that. So when somebody Googles something, there's no passion. You get a bunch of stuff on the internet, right? And we all know if it's on the internet, it's got to be true. But if I'm sitting down across the kitchen table from somebody and I'm able to explain to them about our crusade and my passion for this company, nobody's not going to join. Nobody's not going to join the business, okay, guys? So remember, don't let Google do the work for you. Create curiosity on social media. Have people coming to you, and you'll build a life you never dreamed of. And one of the last things I really want to touch on real quick is think before you post, okay? So social media is so dangerous. I used to run a couple of restaurants, okay? And I know personally as a job employer, I would always secretly stalk somebody on Facebook before I hired them. So remember that, like when you go to post something on Facebook, you got to think for a second and saying, is this something I really want out there for the world to see? It's going to be out there forever, right? So a lot of times, if I've got something negative to say or I'm thinking something, I'll just kind of bottle it up for a minute, or even text my wife and let her deal with it. But I would never put it out there, okay? I would never ever put it out there, you guys, because what you're doing on social media is you're really building a brand and you're building a legacy, okay? So people are watching. They're always watching, even if they're not hitting the like button, you guys, they're always watching. So you gotta ask yourself, if somebody's posting all the time about negative stuff, politics, I hate my job, blah, 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 I'm so tired today, I'm exhausted, you know what I mean, my socks don't fit anymore, whatever it is, like you're probably not gonna wanna follow that person, right? But if you're always posting engaging stuff on Facebook, celebrating wins, you're going on trips, you're living the life, you're doing good things with people, people want to join you, okay? So just remember that. You guys always think before you post, and remember, social media is a tool, not a crutch. All right, now we're really gonna dive into it, okay, you guys? I'm really gonna show you the how-tos on how to do all this stuff. So first thing is Facebook algorithms. I think once you understand the science of Facebook and how it works, you can really actually start building it as a business tool, okay? So Facebook algorithms, some of the top ranking Facebook factors are comments on Facebook, reactions, likes, loves, all that stuff, comment replies, sharing links, content over Messenger, and engagement on shares, okay? So a couple things real quick I want to touch on first with the commenting. So with the commenting, it's super important that if somebody comments on your Facebook that you comment back to them, okay? We'll get into that a little bit further in a minute, but it's kind of like, you know, if I was at a grocery store and somebody came up to me and complimented me on my shirt I was wearing that day, and I just kind of looked at them and gave them a thumbs up and walked away. Like, that doesn't make any sense. So with Facebook, if somebody comments on your post, comment back, have a conversation, engage people, okay? Reactions are a great way to do things too. I always personally love everything. So the way Facebook works is every time somebody comments on your feed, or likes on one of your things, your feed automatically goes to the top of everybody else's news feed. Does that make sense? So like your post, the more likes, the more comments you get, the more it goes to the top of everybody else's thing. So they see it all day long, right? So you really want to post some engaging stuff on Facebook and get it up there. So the more people that see your stuff, the better, okay? And really Facebook is, the whole thing with Facebook is filling your pipeline. I mean, you can only go run into so many people at Costco and get so many names and numbers personally a day. But if you can use Facebook, there's a bazillion people on Facebook. If you can use that as a tool to get people coming to you and constantly have your pipeline fill, I'm telling you, it's absolutely crazy, okay? One of the biggest tools I use on Facebook is groups. I think Facebook groups are one of the most underutilized things there are on Facebook, because it's literally a giant group of people from all over the country that has the same similar interest as you, except you don't personally know them, okay? So Facebook groups are a huge way to get some people and fill your pipeline. So one of the things in groups is you're not allowed to, a lot of these groups have stuff where you're not allowed to actively solicit or go on there and post your link and all this stuff, but people don't want that anyway. So here's the fun thing, like if you go into a Facebook group and actually go and talk to them a little bit, you can pull people out of that group. So go in a Facebook group and post engaging posts. So I did this one post, I used to be a little bit heavier set, And you know, you don't have to lose weight to be able to go in a group. You can do something about computer shares or you know, extension cords, whatever you want to get into. But post an engaging post in that group. So if you look here, I threw up a post. I was brand new in this group, okay? I said, hey guys, I'm new to the group. That's me. Talked about my weight, my journey. And I actually said in this post, I'm excited to be a part of this group. Shoot me a friend request. I'm excited to hear you and help inspire you change, blah, blah, blah. Here's the fun thing. Also, the way Facebook works is if you hashtag something, it automatically makes it bold. I'm a skimmer. So when I post something on Facebook, I always hashtag the bullet points so it pops out at people. So if you look, it says hashtag new to the group, hashtag weight loss, hashtag friend request, okay? And I want you guys to understand, I did this and I got about 650 friend requests from this. And it's absolutely crazy because now they're in my pipeline, right? They're on my Facebook, my social media. So it doesn't matter what I post on my social media, they're my friends, and I'm building an army and I'm building a Facebook following. Does that make sense to you guys? Increase your Facebook reach. So going live is one of the greatest things to do it. The way Facebook algorithms are working is, now Facebook, they have this thing where the more people that go live or the more times they put it out. So when you share something on Facebook, did you know that only 5% of your friends actually are gonna see what you share? So you want to make sure you're sharing that to a big audience, but when you go live, it's more like 30, 40, 50%, okay? So live videos are a great way to do it. Also, you want to create quality content. So we talked about that earlier, was not just posting stuff on Facebook and making quality content. Think before you post, right, you guys? Like, is this something other people are going to want to see? Because if it's not, don't put it out there on Facebook. You're wasting your time, okay? And post stuff that creates engagement and focus on community building. So engagement is one of the biggest things ever. Like literally, your job is to build relationships, to build an army. Without engagement, there is no army building. So reverse marketing on social media is one of the biggest things I do personally, because it literally, like I said, Facebook's a tool, okay? So if you get a right engaging post and you put it out there on Facebook, literally that thing will run all day while you're out working, you're setting appointments, you're going on appointments, you're closing appointments, you're going to Tuesday night, right? And you're doing everything you're supposed to be doing. If you do it the right way, Facebook works for you when you're not there. So what do I mean by that? So we talked earlier about likes and comments driving your post to the top of everybody else's news feeds, right? So what I do is always try to find something engaging, but be smart about it. Like, who are you trying to market? Who do you want in your business? So when I first started this business, I put up a post on Facebook. I made a cute little image here with my wife and my kids, and I said, family roll call. Comment below your kids' ages and whether or not you're married, right? So what am I doing? Married, own a home, have kids, right? I'm literally making them come to me. I put this on Facebook. We have 496 comments on here. Like 496 people. That is freaking crazy. But here's the fun part. I'm not sitting on my couch all day just scrolling Facebook. Do not do that, okay? Make Facebook work for you. I posted this up in the morning. We talked about great times to post on Facebook. I would say between 8 a.m. and 8:30, especially Monday through Friday, because people hate their jobs, they're miserable, they're going to work, they're getting one last scroll, they're dropping their kids off at school, they're scrolling on Facebook, right? So here's the deal, I post this post out there, it just goes all day. 496 people comment. Every time someone comments, it's on the top of people's news feeds all day. But don't stop there, okay? Like we talked about, you have to engage people. You're building an army, you're creating relationships. So one of the first things I do is every time somebody comments on my post, I make sure I don't just like it, I love it. Okay, so the way Facebook works, when you like something, it would say, John and 67 other people liked your comment, right? Or it would say, John and 67 other people liked your comment, but Paul loved your comment. So I always love stuff because it puts you in a different bracket. Always when you comment back to people, I also say their name and I tag their name in the comment. It's another notification they get. Hey, John liked your comment, John loved your comment, John commented your name in a post, right? And then I ask them a question. So what brings to the top of the news feeds? Questions, right? Engagement. So John says, look, I go right here, 3.5 people, 3.5 kids, 8, tell me their kids' ages and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, I love that. How long for your new baby girl arrives? Or somebody comments if they're married or single and they got 6 kids. I said, oh my God, 6 kids, how old are they? And then they're putting another comment in there, right? And I'm engaging people. I'm building relationships. So when I do message them on Facebook, it's not a cold message. We're friends. We've built a relationship. We're on a first name basis, right? And it drives to the top of everybody's news feed. So that is for a KT, okay? That's building your army for a KT. Now this is recruiting. So recruiting you have to be careful with because none of these things, it's like a power. You don't want to abuse it, okay? So I post this on my Facebook, but I was telling some of the guys, I only post it like once every 5 months because to be honest with you, if you've got a job that's permanently hiring, they're posting on their Facebook every 3 days they're hiring, in people's heads are like, wow, people must not want that job, right? So use this, but use it sparingly and build an army before you post it. So I always post something on Facebook like this. Hey, hiring 3 to 5 people to start immediately, $1,600 to $3,000 a month part-time, but I put must pass a background check, right? So what does everybody think when you post something on Facebook? It's gonna be a miracle drink or a shake or a lotion or a potion or fingernails or something else or Tupperware, God only knows, right? So I always sneak in the background check thing just to make sure people know, like, hey, do I have to get a background check to sell Tupperware? No, right? What is this? That's a great question. I'm glad you asked. When can we get together for 15 minutes? I'll just show you what we're doing, okay? Now people are commenting on my post, right? I got somebody here that says, hey, I'm interested, but I live in Ohio. How do I know somebody from Ohio? I got them out of a Facebook group, right? Hey, I'm interested. I live in Ohio. I work full time. Is this okay? Missy, yes, it's okay. Is it okay if I shoot you a message? Here's the deal. Am I going to message her anyways? Of course I'm going to message her anyways. But by me commenting, saying her name in the post, and asking her a question, I'm getting more likes and more views on my comments, right? On my post. So yeah, I'm going to send her a message, but I'm going to say, is it cool if I send you a message? And what's she going to say? Yeah. That's 3 more comments I just got, and my thing is shot to the top of everybody else's news feed. Again, you look at this post. I post this thing about hiring. We had 165 comments. It's insane. Everybody wants our opportunity. You guys would agree this, right? The problem is we just don't talk to enough people. Facebook, like I said, social media is such a huge tool. If you use it the right way, it'll absolutely explode it. And I always say, like I said, don't be rude. If people like and comment on your stuff, like and comment back. Engage them. Have a conversation. It's such a big deal. All right, here's a couple things I want you guys to think about, okay? So pretty much, you remember we talked about a little bit earlier about thinking before you post. So you don't want to put that stuff out there. Nobody wants to follow a negative Nancy, right? I always think about, like, anybody ever seen Winnie the Pooh? Has anybody ever seen Winnie? You remember Eeyore? Oh, I don't know, Pooh. Would you want to, if you showed up to a recruiting appointment and you had Eeyore sitting across the table from you, would you want to join his business? Yeah, you can get started today. Like, heck no, right? But think about Tigger. He's happy, he's jacked up, he's bouncing around, right? You're going to go with Tigger, am I right? Use social media like that. Don't post negative stuff, no politics. Keep it to yourself and to your family, right? Build an army. But here's the other thing too. I use social media to delete and remove the wrong people from my life. So here's the deal. If you're on social media and I don't have your name and number already, you're not already in my business, you're not direct family, to be honest with you, you're for business, okay? I use social media for business. So the people that are posting negative stuff on Facebook, Facebook's got a cool thing, it's called snooze. So literally, I have a 3-strike policy. If you're posting negative stuff on Facebook, maybe once you're having a bad day, I get it. I'll snooze you for 30 days, okay? You pop back up and it's more negative stuff on Facebook, I'll snooze you again. 3rd strikes, you're out, okay? Because you don't want those people in your life. You don't want to recruit those people into your business, okay? And you just don't need it. But also, if you're filling your pipeline the right way with social media, you should be at 5,000 friends, okay? 5,000 friends is the place to be, and then managing it. So get it there, fill your pipeline, but then manage it. If people are going to be negative on Facebook, they're sharing the stuff they shouldn't be sharing, they're not in the right market, right? Find those people and then exercise the demon, get them out of there, okay? And then you want to talk about also one thing, fun fact, this is going to hit a lot of you guys hard. Other Primericans, I love you guys. We're all in the crusade together, but I try not to add you onto my social media. Why? You're already in Primerica. I love you, but I'm going to love you from over here. Okay? So I use social media for people that haven't joined the business yet. The other thing about Facebook algorithms is the way they work. If you start posting on Facebook and you've got 1,000 Primerica friends and 4,000 other friends, you get a couple Primerica agents start liking your stuff. The way algorithm works, Facebook says, well, I'm going to show it to only the Primericans. So now what are you doing on Facebook? You're on a glorified Tuesday night op meeting, right? I mean, I love Tuesday nights too, but let's build our business. All right, to summarize it all for you guys, like we talked about in the beginning, disclaimer, social media is a good tool, but it cannot be your only tool, okay? It's like a plumber. A plumber is not going to show up on a job site with just a screwdriver in his pocket. Does that make any sense? No, okay? Social media is a tool, but it is not your only tool. I cannot say that enough, you guys. Use it to build a pipeline up. Use it to build a business and everything else, okay? So a couple last minute do's and don'ts for you guys, just to recap everything again. Do celebrate wins on Facebook, right? You're winning a trip. You're able to help a family. You've got somebody on your team winning big. Somebody on your team's winning big. Maybe a new licensed agent, right? Celebrate that stuff. Let people watch. Let them get excited. Like, I want to win too. People are at home. They want to win, okay? Show them that you're winning and they'll reach out to you and want to join, okay? Don't blast Primerica all over the place. Don't get me wrong. I'm a crusader through and through, you guys, like literally. But you have to understand, the reason I got introduced to this business was social media, okay? I didn't know it was Primerica. I went and found it out, and the guy came over to my house and replaced a whole life policy and gave me a free financial needs analysis, and now here I am doing this video, okay? So don't blast it all over Facebook. Don't let Google do the research for your clients. You go over there, sit in front of them, and show them what we do, okay? Manage your threads. So don't post negative stuff on Facebook. People don't want that. Granted, you can feel some type of way, but people don't care. Let's be honest. At the end of the day, people want to know what's in it for them. They want to know what it can do for them. They don't care about how you're feeling, so don't put it on Facebook. It's not going to go anywhere anyways, and they're not going to want to follow you. On the flip side of that, when you're building your army and your engagement on Facebook, remember, if you see somebody that's posting negative stuff all the time, they're always miserable, they're always down, they're always swearing and doing nasty stuff on Facebook, what do you think is going to happen if you were to recruit that person in your business? Think you're going to be coachable? No. So use Facebook also to clean up stuff. If you guys got stuff from way back in the day, go back through and delete all that stuff off your Facebook. Start over. All right? Don't do anything negative. We just talked about that. So I urge you guys, I have like a 5-minute rule, okay? Like if I'm upset about something, I'll write it down on a piece of paper or text my wife, but that's about it. Because your team, your followers, your relationship, and all these people surrounding you, they don't want to know what's going on negative in your life. They don't care, okay? Hit the snooze button. 3 strikes and you're out. I urge you guys to try this. It's something that's really helped me out with me, making sure you're attracting the right people into your life, okay? You want the right people in your business. So if you're like, oh, I don't really know about Jimmy, I think he could be great, but he's just having a bad day, go in and snooze him. Snooze him for 30 days, right? I'll catch you next month, Jimmy. I know you're having a day. And then next month when he pops back up, if he's good, great. But if he starts posting negative stuff, snooze him again. 3rd time's a charm. 3 strikes and you're out. I'm sorry. I love you guys, but I'm going to love you where you're at, okay? Don't spend your whole day on Facebook. Literally, it's a tool. You should post before you go out on appointments, and at night when you're laying in bed, you can go back through and manage it. Or if you're a little time in between, manage it. You should not be spending your entire day on Facebook. It's a tool. If done correctly, you can post in the morning. It'll work all day. It'll literally build a list of contacts for you while you're not there, okay? Use it to fill a pipeline. Like we talked about the Facebook groups. Go find Facebook groups with similar interests. If you're into zombies, like that one show, go find a zombie group. If you're into plumbers with one screwdriver, go find a screwdriver group, right? And talk about screwdrivers. Use it to fill your pipeline. Get out-of-state people. You want to talk about exploding your business? Imagine if you had one recruit from all 50 states in your business right now. How many of those people would they bring on in your business that you had no idea who they were? That's crazy. That's the power of social media, okay? Lastly, do watch who you add on Facebook, right? I'm telling you right now, you cannot put up the red flags enough. If you've got people like that on your social media, granted, we all want that extra recruit and stuff like that, but be careful, because don't forget, the people they surround themselves with are going to be coming into your business as well, okay? Like, you go out and you recruit somebody who's always negative on Facebook, they're always doing this stuff on Facebook, whatever. They surround themselves with like-minded people, right? Isn't that what we always learn? Surround yourself with like-minded people. So if you've got somebody who's super negative and stuff like that on Facebook all the time, who do you think they're going to surround themselves with? So you're talking about working through their warm market? Who do you think their warm market's going to be? I'm telling you right now, watch who you add on Facebook, you guys. Fill your pipeline with the right people. Use social media as a tool, not as a crutch, okay? And just remember, celebrate your wins, stay positive, and I love you guys. I'll see you at the top.